Hello, my dear friends. Friends, today I am not going to talk about finance accounting. Today I have taken up a very special topic for my those friends or peers who reside outside India or they want to invest money outside India. So for them, I am going to discuss about one of the important act wherein how they can invest outside or what are the procedural requirement for investing outside India or how they can bring their hard earned money abroad to India and how FDI, how another investor can invest in India. So I'm just going to give you a brief about a glimpse of the relevant act which basically regulates such kind of transaction. So that act is also known as Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. Prior to this act came into existence, there was another statute which regulate such kind of foreign transactions called Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. That was bit liberal for such kind of transactions. So due to certain limitations and shortcomings, so Foreign Exchange Management Act was came into existence, and till then Indian law regulate the cross-border financial transactions. So this act establishes the legal framework for how the foreign currency, foreign investment and remittances can be managed, and this act is also designed to facilitate the external trade and to maintain the stability of India foreign exchange market. So now the question is why this law was created and why this came into existence. As we know, FEMA was enacted to modernize the India's economy and to open it to the global trade. So it replaced the older and highly restrictive FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act 1973, while FERA treated foreign exchange violation as criminal offence. So kind of penalties more of a criminal in nature in FERA, rather in FEMA it is shifted towards the civil management of the foreign funds, and here the violation is more of a civil kind of offences. Now, what are the key objective behind the enactment of this Act FEMA? There are three basically key objectives due to which this law came into existence. First is to promote India's trade. It simplifies the process of individuals as well as the businesses to send and receive money internationally. The process was simplified, easy to access. Second, to protect the forex reserves. So it tracked inward and outward money flows to ensure foreign currency is used to responsibility and reserve remain stable. And to manage investments, it regulated the foreign direct investments as well as the overseas direct investment to support the economic growth. As you can understand, the procedural requirement are, are simplified, easy to access, as well as penalties more of a civil nature, not of criminal nature. Now the question is who administered this act? So FEMA is basically administered by the central government, but it is enforced by the Reserve Bank of India. It is enforced through the Reserve Bank of India. So Reserve Bank of India is the key authority which basically enforced this law. And who does it apply to? So FEMA applies to all citizens of India, whether they reside within the territory of the India or are non-resident living abroad. It applies. It also applies to overseas branches, offices, agencies, subsidiary companies owned and controlled by any individual, any Indian resident. Now, what are the transactions that are covered here? So all these transactions which are basically part of FEMA law are classified into two parts. One is current account transaction, another is capital account transactions. So capital account transactions, current account transactions means day-to-day transactions like sending money for foreign travel, education, medical care, general international trade, etc. So these are generally free from restrictions, whereas capital account transactions that alter the assets and liabilities outside India, such as purchasing foreign property, making overseas investment, taking out foreign loans. So these require strict adherence of the RBI limits and permission, and need to comply the compliance requirement of the Reserve Bank of India. So friends, this was just about a glimpse of FEMA. In detail, if you want to understand this act, you may refer any Bear Act or any good writer books to understand the FEMA requirement detail. You can Google it, so you will find that there is a lot of information, and the act is defined so beautifully in a detailed manner, wherein whatever query you have, so you can refer those platform and understand the entire statute. And I would suggest you to, if possible, you may refer RBI website, wherein everything has been mentioned in detail, including the procedures, including the forms, and requirement in order to comply with these provisions. Everything has been beautifully drafted and incorporated in that website. So friends, this was just a brief glimpse about the FEMA. So in my next video I would be available and in front of you provide a best video of finance, accounts, taxation or laws. Till then, I take your leave. Thank you very much.